Say we are in for quite a treat. We have, well, first of all, we have more performances like that. Do you know about our special guest a little later on? We've got some big deal VIPs here, but most importantly, we have you. This is all about you being great. Be great, LA. Let's give yourselves a huge round of applause for waking up early, being here on a Saturday morning, and really investing in yourselves and your own futures. I love it. All right, I'm going to start reading here. Well, first of all, how about being at UCLA for our third year in a row? Let's give UCLA a huge round of applause and a thank you for opening up their doors and their gorgeous campus for us. It's pretty awesome.
If you're just cool, common sense is hard to come by. And standing on a corner, all dressed in colors, looking like this, you're gonna get in trouble. It's that simple. It's not no real challenge. You gotta remember, education is the key to anything you wanna do. Well, you're not gonna get educated standing on a corner, being cool. And the thing that I loved when I was going to the Boys Club was the after-school activities, was the joy that you got from helping others. I remember they used to have a cleanup in Pacoima, and we would go and actually start cleaning up like people's houses and stuff, you know what I mean? And it was like, wow, abuelitas, grandmas, and would look at how they would like actually respect. They'd get that respect for you. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to explain how that's going to work. So this morning when you arrived, you should have gotten a little card. Did everybody get a card and it says number 1 on it? Yeah, can you hold that one up? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. I see a whole bunch of those. So what we're going to do is whatever color your card is whatever breakout session that you're going to. So
really, for me, it's not been the path that I thought I would take, but it's been the best path that I could imagine. And all of you have that same opportunity, which I think that all of us would say. So that's my path.
You just really have to be on top of things with who you are. And I can't tell you, I have a 22-year-old daughter who, when she applies for jobs and she's applying for jobs, you know what they're looking at? They're not looking at a resume. You know what they're looking at? They're looking at her Snapchat account if they can see it. They're looking at Facebook. They're looking at Instagram. They're looking at Twitter. Why? Because they want to know if that's a quality person. And if you've got some shady things on any of those things, you're going to lose that job to the person who doesn't have to be perfect, but the person who doesn't have a big mess on their social media account. So who are you? Are you
key components? I would say teamwork. Teamwork is really, really big because you're going to be working with groups of people. And you guys are in clubs. So I would tell you that even if you don't have a job today or you haven't had a job, you still possess the skills that these employers are looking for because you've worked in teams in Boys and Girls Clubs.
When you in public, when you see other people get bullied or bullied, what would you respond to the
So if you ever see somebody in public being bullied, the first thing you do is not to be a bystander. Don't stand by, just let it happen. Absolutely no one deserves to be bullied, and if you are just going to sit there and watch it happen, you're just as bad as that bully. So the first and foremost thing I would do is try to step in and make sure that they're okay and that they're not going to inflict harm on themselves or that they're not being harmed physically, because you want to make sure that everyone is in a safe environment.
I think there's some harmonizers in here. Yes? All right. So, hello. I'm Lauren, just in case anyone didn't know, we're Fifth Harmony. Everyone introduce yourselves, eh?
Hi, I'm Dinah Jane.
Hello, I'm Camila.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie.
Yeah, and I'm Lauren. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm Lauren. We love you, Normani! And Normani's not here, yes. So, first off, I guess, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk right now. Okay, I'm supposed to talk right now. So, they asked me to talk. I guess you guys know why you're here today. It's about bullying and inclusion is basically the theme. And so they wanted me to talk to you a little bit. So I wrote a little speech in like 5 minutes. So I'm sorry if it's weird, but I'm just gonna talk to you a little since I can. So hello, good morning. My name is Lauren, and I'm in a girl group, a group that contains 5 very different people from different places. I was told to talk today about bullying and inclusion, and it's hard to do that without sounding preachy because I feel like you guys have probably gotten that conversation a lot of times, right? Okay, bullying of all forms is wrong. When you stand before a person and pass judgment without ever having taken the time to get to know them, when you make someone feel like less than a person, alone, ridiculed, do you ever stop to think of how you would feel? Do you ever put yourself in someone else's shoes? Not bullying someone for their exterior, for something as superficial and natural as skin color. We can't help the genetics with which we were born. We can't help where in the world the constellations decided to align and create any one person. What we can help, though, is the way we view one another and treat one another. This society in the world of social media and the internet has become desensitized. And although bullying has been a problem for humans for years, the internet has seemed to have made it worse. We hide behind screens, typing on a machine. We forget that the people that we target have a heart that's beating and feelings. All bullying is a power trip. It's a moment for you to assert that you think you're superior to anyone else's struggles in life. And that evidently is insecurity stemming from within. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to not bully because we've all heard that before. I'm here to tell you that before you proceed with any act towards another person that could potentially hurt them emotionally or physically, that you take the time to put yourself in their position and ask yourself if you would like to be treated this way. We all have a standard of what's the acceptable way to be treated, but how many times have you stopped to think about the way you treat other people? I don't know how many of you are religious. I personally am more spiritual, but I grew up Catholic. And there's this thing called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would like done unto yourself, and to love your neighbor as yourself. We're all people, no matter the race, gender, culture, sexual orientation, none of it matters. Extend the same courtesy to the people that you live on this planet with. Grow in love and get to know the person next to you, because I guarantee once you talk, you'll realize you're not really different at all. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna sing on a lighter note.
I don't know if you know it, but you might know it. It's called Worth It. Alright, so you know it. Cool.
By the way, if you know the dancers and stuff, feel free to
Yeah, you can get up, you can vibe,
yeah, just like
yeah,
that.
this is a fun room. You don't have to be seated in your chairs.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me,
Yeah, I
I'm
see you,
worth
girl.
it. Oh, give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Just give me you, give me you. All I wanna do. And if what they say is true, if it's true, I'm committed to you. I'ma talk a lot of stuff, guarantee I can back it up. I think I'ma call you bluff. Hurry up and I'm waiting out front. See me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. See me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got now, come and make it worth my while. To me, I'm worth it. Hey, baby, I'm worth it. What? I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Oh, give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. It's on you, it's on you. So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? And if you don't have a clue, not a clue, not a clue, I'll tell you what to do. Come water just because, guaranteed I can back it up. I think I'm gonna call you bluff. Hurry up, I'm waiting out front. You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, cause I don't wanna waste my time. You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, now come and get it. Give me, I'm worth it. Come on, baby, I'm worth it. Worth it, say it to you. Give it to me, I'm worth it.
guys so much.
Thank you.
Be nice, everybody. Okay.
We love you